Preston. My name is Louie.
My name's Preston.
We're reporting once again live from the Trap House.
The one and only Trap House.
Back again. You guys know why we're here. We don't need to tell you all why we're fucking here. This is an emergency podcast. This is the first emergency episode of the Highly Suspicious podcast. Because yesterday, the 94th Academy Awards happened, and today we text each other like we need to talk about this right fucking now. So if you don't know, if you somehow have not seen any of the memes, Chris Rock was a host or something, and he was on stage giving his monologue, and you know how the celebrities like to go for the low blows.
Yeah.
Just based off of the audience. Like, if he was telling jokes about like some random person that was there that nobody would even get, it would have hit.
He's got to go for the big people.
So he's got to go for, Will Smith and Jada have as many jokes as you can possibly fucking write about him.
True.
But Will Smith was not having it today. Will Smith was not fucking having it.
I want to watch the clip with you because I don't know. My immediate reaction was that's fake as fuck.
So that's a lot of...
I watched how he went up there, watched him smack this motherfucker on the face, and then it kind of got cemented by his reaction of like, unless he just took the smack or Will Smith's actually just a little weak-armed bitch, like, there's no way he's just like, and that motherfucker just smacked the shit out of me. Like, that was basically his reaction is, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Everyone talks about that. Everyone is talking about, Chris Rock, the way he fucking just stood there and took it like a fucking man. But what are his options at this point? Either he can try and scuffle with Will Smith on the fucking stage.
I would love that.
Which is definitely not something he'd want to do. Because if the roles were reversed, Chris Rock isn't trying to fight anybody.
True.
On fucking screen.
Will Smith breaks out all of his training for playing Muhammad Ali. I mean, they do have to, actually learn how to box, so I'm sure he could.
I don't think it was fake. I don't know. He won an award, immediately after that, which is the biggest power move, possibly, of this century. They had to give him the award because they couldn't change the award at that point because it would make people mad. The shit's already in motion.
True.
But now the Academy's talking about, taking his award back.
I haven't heard that. That's awful.
Which is just funny as fuck.
You already gave it to him.
That they gave it to him after the punch, and now they're going to, try to backtrack on it afterwards.
Well, at first I thought that he punched him, but apparently he slapped him.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought it was fake because I just, saw the motion, and I saw how his hand was at the end. I was like, there's no way he just, punched him like that. He went at a downward angle. I get it. He's short by comparison, but yeah, he just went.
Chris Rock was just he slapped the shit out of me, everyone.
He really did. He went.
Because whatever your whatever your options are in that situation, none of them are good. You don't look good scrapping with Will Smith on the fucking stage. Just randomly. That would just be bad for you. It would be bad for, the people you work with. It would be bad for fucking everybody to fucking do that. It's crazy that Will Smith is just, that guy where he can do fucking anything and get away with it. Imagine if one of us did that. We'd be in Guantanamo Bay if we went up there. And
my thing is, apparently Chris Rock just, the night of, decided he wasn't pressing charges. I totally get that. But I'm also pretty sure they probably had, their own private saying it's real. I'm sure they had their own conversation afterwards. But it is weird because Will goes up there, gets his award, and he apologizes to everybody for the situation, but he doesn't directly acknowledge it.
Well, yeah.
He's just I'm sorry. And then to get the mood to change,
that
says
his speech is so funny.
To get the mood to change, he's
crying.
Yeah, not even like actively crying, passively crying. And he's like, I'm crying not because, like, I'm getting an award. It's not about that. I'm crying for all the people who helped make this possible. And I'm like, bro, you really went for. I. This is for all the people that made this happen.
He went with the "it's bigger than me"
to get people to start clapping, and you can hear usually when somebody says some shit like that, everybody erupts in applause. No, it starts and then kind of grows. And it's just so fucking awkward. I mean, good job, like, relatively changing the mood, but
so
fuck.
Even if Chris Rock didn't press charges, like, why wouldn't you kick Will Smith out at that point? Just because he did have an award that he was getting that night? Would that be the only reason you wouldn't kick somebody out?
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, the fact that he was just able to go back and sit in his seat.
He did!
And what did he say? He was like, "Keep my fucking wife's name out of your mouth."
Yeah.
And you can hear him saying that.
My thing is,
I don't think any of that was censored.
I would be so embarrassed if I was his wife. And wasn't it like for a movie where he plays the dad of...
Yeah, King Richard.
I'd be so embarrassed if I was like a part of the film while he's sitting there saying my name, like, this is for you, this is for you.
I'm not with this guy, you
right?
know what I'm saying?
You can no longer just have that, like, deniability. He just called you out. And then he basically goes on to say, I am crazy. Like, he's like, they were right. I was playing that crazy father in the movie. He's like, they're right. I am just a crazy dad.
I am literally King Richard.
He's smooth as fuck.
And this is the end of my performance. Let me just take a bow because I was acting. I was acting
entire
the whole
time.
Oh. That was a King Richard moment when I slapped the shit out of. This has
Poor
to be
old Chris.
That has to be the craziest thing to ever happen at like any sort of like Academy Award, because obviously the Kanye thing is up there where he goes up for the 2008 Grammys or VMAs or something.
That shit was fucking...
No one said that was fake.
Yeah.
Why didn't anyone say that was fake?
I don't know.
Because the internet wasn't as much of a thing?
Nah. Because...
I guess you can't really fake
there's
Kanye saying...
Right. Because he didn't do anything physically.
I'm just talking shit.
I don't know. It feels... That's where I think it's fake. It feels set up. Maybe the whole, like, afterwards, everything, I'm like, yeah, totally could be real. And, like...
You know what?
But I think it could be a publicity stunt, or just a joke, or... I don't know. And there was one comment I saw that was fucking
What if it comes out that Will Smith and Chris Rock are making a movie together?
And it's just to, like, get them, their names
It's
trending.
sad that being genuine as a concept itself is being taken away by, like, Hollywood and shit. Because it's all fucking fake. Like, all these shit like Twitter and social media is just being used by brands and shit to make money at the end of the day. But I don't know what this would be trying to promote. I mean...
I feel like...
You could say that it would benefit the Academy Awards.
That's what I think. I think there's
gives a fuck about them.
There's a downward trend. Like, people aren't watching that shit as much. People used to have, like, fucking literal parties to watch award shows. Like,
what if somebody slaps somebody at every award show from
please, just for the ratings?
It just becomes a thing. The hype is who's gonna slap who tonight.
Literally take bets. Take bets.
Plus 500 on Cardi B using her red bottom heels to fucking stab somebody. Nicki Minaj on stage.
With them fucking nails.
I'm really surprised that doesn't happen more often with how much, like, internet, like, celebrities beef. Like...
Mm-hmm. I also had a whole immediate thing. Top comment has to be one where I saw somebody say that Will really decided to go up there and make that the one joke that everybody remembers from his entire monologue. Because, like, you really could have just ignored it, rolled your eyes, nobody would have fucking thought about that joke again, like, ever.
Because it wasn't that memorable of a joke.
It wasn't a good joke.
Like,
Like,
made people remember it because he fucking
because
did
he
that.
went up there and said, I'm gonna bitch slap him.
What I think is interesting about that, though, maybe people will stop going for the low-hanging fruit. If people just got hands, I mean, no one really blames Will at the end of the day for slapping somebody for talking shit. Because some share of responsibility is on Chris Rock for talking shit in the first place.
Right.
So I wonder if maybe comedians are going to be
hope
more
so.
scared
That'd be cool.
about...
Like, do actual, like, stand-up type shit. Like, do actual set at the award shows instead of just, like, talking about the celebrities.
That's not what I was saying.
I mean, just, like, instead of just being, like... Because that's how they always are. Like, they're never good jokes. It's literally just, like, kind of chitter-chatter.
But who would want to see that, though? Who would want
I
to
feel
see,
like just kind of...
like, a stand-up show?
I mean, just go slightly above, where it's more like when there's a celebrity roast, and it's actually like, really good, like, it's really funny. Kind of go for that more, where it's like, go for,
I feel like, you know, there's a good way to do it, and there's a bad way to do it. And what Chris Rock was doing was kind of the bad way to do it, where you're just kind of... just talking shit, really.
Yeah.
It's not even that funny. You're just talking shit. You're just looking for a way to talk shit at a certain point.
Absolutely.
And if you're Will Smith, you're like, what the fuck am I even here for? They're giving me an award and they're fucking here talking shit about me, making money laughing about me. Fuck that. True. I'm gonna slap you in the face. But
True.
Twitter was undefeated during this. So one person said, to those saying Will Smith hitting Chris Rock is funny, I ask you this. Replace Will with the word airplanes and Chris with the Twin Towers.
No.
Not laughing now, are you?
I saw that. And then I saw somebody genuinely react to that with, a terrorist attack is in no way similar to... And I'm like, damn, I can't tell who's being... I can't tell who's being sarcastic anymore. Because, like, I could totally see some dumbass being like, that's not funny. But I could also, like, see somebody be sarcastic back by being like, oh, actually, that was a national tragedy.
Triple disingenuous.
Inception.
So someone quote tweeted the report that Will Smith may be asked to hand back his Oscars. Someone quote tweeted that and said, Harvey Weinstein has 81 Oscar wins, by the way.
True.
And
very fucking true.
It's like, it's just fucking ridiculous, bro.
It's just an award. Who gives a fuck? It's not...
Why give it to them in the first place if you're gonna try to take it away?
Right.
It happened after the smack. I cannot...
Post-smack.
I cannot stress that enough. Will smacked the shit out of Chris Rock, and then afterwards, they gave him a award.
Okay, pull up the clip. I just want to see it again. Honestly, it's kind of funny. I think it's hilarious. I'm gonna watch it again. I hope somebody, like, makes it... Do you remember on Vine where there was that clip of the dude jumping and smacking his head on the school door? And somebody turned it into a beat? I want somebody to take the sound of him getting wrecked.
They have overshadowed all others.
Oh my god. That's not what I'm looking for.
Fuck off.
Just give me the clip.
Just look up...
Just give me the
look
clip.
Up live or clip
God
or some
damn
shit.
It.
Oh, wow.
This is the moment that stole the Oscars.
Louis, I'll find you a video.
Hell no. Here, I need to just go on Instagram. Because I've seen the real video on Instagram.
I've seen the...
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard.
He's walking up to him. He's walking up to him.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow,
That's
dude.
not fake, bro.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
I'm going to.
Okay.
See, okay, so for
The show must
for
go
me.
on.
He's an actor. He is an actor. That's literally what he gets paid to do. So he could totally have, like, they totally could have set it up, gone up there, done it, and then just, like, him being emotional afterwards could be him fucking acting. He's an actor. There's no way you can definitively be like, that wasn't fake. I get that he's being, like, dramatic, but, like...
So why do you think, is that why you think that, like, Chris Rock didn't try and, like, get away? Because he was fucking running up on him?
I don't know if he knows he's gonna get smacked.
Well, he's not coming in for a hug.
No, he's clearly there to...
You see the way Will Smith is charging at you. You need to Big Willie style yourself out of that situation, dude.
Big Willie style.
A charging Will Smith would be scary as fuck.
True.
I was scared when he was saying...
Will's tall as fuck, too. Like, goddamn. He comes in like this.
Who would win in a fight, me or Will Smith?
Will Smith.
You think so? I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know.
I don't know. Louis, you're tall, but, like, I've heard your theories about winning a fight before, and you're like, I'm tall, and depending on who you're fighting, yeah, that's enough.
Will Smith isn't that tall.
He's
tall
not that
next to
tall.
fucking Chris Rock.
I know.
But
Chris Rock's
he's not
short.
He's not
but
tall compared to
He's
fucking
like
me.
6'1" or something like that, probably.
I still got probably 100 pounds on him, bro. I'm bigger than
That's
him.
not all of what it's about.
It's a big fucking part of it. Because, you know, I got a lot more to work with. You know, when you're bigger, you got more fucking power. That's why they have the fucking heavyweights in their own division. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You can't have a heavyweight.
I don't think
fight
the
a
two of you would be in a
middleweight.
different weight class, though, Louis.
How much do you think Will Smith weigh? I bet he's like 140 soaking wet.
No way. Louis, how much do you think I
How
weigh?
much does Will Smith weigh?
I don't know if there's going to be an answer. Louis, how much do you think I weigh, dude?
Probably like 200.
I weigh like 180.
180?
You think I weigh more than Will Smith?
Yes.
He's got a lot more muscle than me.
How tall are you?
6'1", 6'2", something like that. 6'2".
Well, yeah, he probably would weigh more than you.
How tall do you think I am?
I don't know.
Dude, I'm sitting right next to you. How tall do you think? Louis said you gotta be like 6'4". 6'5".
I mean, you're kind of close to me, and I'm 6'5", 6'6". I'm 6'6" with shoes on.
See, I always say what my height is with shoes on.
Nah,
Shoes count.
I don't need to lie at this point, at a certain point.
I don't know.
Because I'm a flat-footed motherfucker, so when
I feel
I'm
like if he
standing
was-
on my feet, I'm fucking short.
No, I think he's...
I could beat you in a fight. Will Smith is just a slightly stronger you. Slightly older, slightly
older.
stronger.
He is older.
I mean, he's like 50.
Yeah. Most celebrities are like 50. You ever think about that? All the celebrities that you think of, they're all like 50. It's the truth.
All the celebrities that I think of are like 50.
So, like,
What
name
the fuck?
name a celebrity.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, it's Kendrick. Kendrick's gotta be old.
He's south of 40, I think. I think it's like 30-something.
34. He's young.
Donald Glover.
Okay, not...
Not the young people, but the 50-year-olds. You're talking... everyone. Preston's talking about the 50-year-olds only. When
no,
we-
that just shows I haven't
This
watched
is
a movie.
This is a 50-year-old actor podcast. We don't talk about...
We don't talk about the young ones here.
You,
No,
you have
name-
to have some years in the game to get on this platform, a platform like this. Are we moving on from Chris Rock?
Sure.
I mean,
want to transition into
We
it.
could probably tell more jokes about it, because I mean, but we can go to anything else.
We could probably tell more jokes about it. I feel like I want it to be fake
You want it to be fake?
because I don't like award shows, and I like the idea that it's just to get people to watch shit like this.
What if they do more shit like that to make it more entertaining? I mean, that's really
That
all
confirm my
to,
belief.
That's all they have to do to make it more entertaining. Just have
People start squaring up. Don't
just
pick who wins the award. Have 2 finalists, and they have to fight for it.
That's what I'm saying. But then Vin Diesel wins every award because he fights
The
people
Rock.
the best.
And if you
The
play
Rock-
a superhero,
The
you
Rock-
literally just start like going through clothesline and everybody.
The Rock would be like the LeBron of Academy Awards because he would just always be in the fucking mix because no one can fucking take him down. Jumanji, maybe not better than The Shape of Water, but
But he wrecked that fish's shit. Oh my god.
Dwayne Johnson's been cut forever.
That's
See, I'm not deluded. I
much.
know Dwayne Johnson could fuck me up. Will Smith isn't Dwayne Johnson though. Dwayne Johnson
If
could
you're-
fuck
if
Will
you're-
Smith up.
how tall is the Rock? If your idea for who wins a fight is how much do they weigh and how tall are they?
How much does The Rock weigh?
The Rock is 6'5". Oh my god.
That's one scary motherfucker. He's 6'5", really?
Yeah. He apparently weighs 260 pounds.
Imagine someone as tall as me, but fucking strong like that. With muscles like that.
Good god.
Big ass motherfucker.
Batista is 289 pounds, and I'm sure he is shorter than The Rock. Actually, he's taller. He's 6'6". That's horrifying.
Mhm.
Who would be winning all the awards?
Mike Tyson. Someone who doesn't even like movies starts making movies because they can fight really good.
I like the idea that it's just cameos. It's literally just an actor who's there for like 5 seconds. And then shows up to the award shows, does their weigh-in.
Have Floyd Mayweather cameo in your movie for 5 seconds, so you have the strongest,
You win the award.
You have the strongest challenger possible.
You immediately
What if
win
the
the award.
Academy Awards just become professional boxing? What if it just becomes UFC? What if it just devolves into aggressive fighting?
What's the biggest actor you can think of then?
What's the biggest actor I can think of? What do you mean?
I mean, like, fuck. I mean, like tallest or something.
Like actual largest?
Yeah.
I mean, like, Shaq, basketball players are going to be the tallest.
Physically, oh my god, why does Google have a list of physically imposing actors and Will Smith is right underneath Dwayne Johnson? Tom
Hanks is on that list. Physically imposing actors: Dwayne Johnson, Will Smith, Tom Hanks, and Robert Downey Jr.
Imagine who wins in a fight.
Robert Downey Jr. is only 5'8" though, so I wonder where in the algorithm he's.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I didn't know that Tom Hanks was 6'4".
I like that they got Adam Sandler as a physically imposing actor.
Imagine him coming at you with his big ass shorts on.
They got Robert De Niro as well. I forgot about Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa versus The Rock would be a fight to watch. Somehow Adam Sandler wins it all. He just takes the beating like a champ. Tires him out.
No, yeah, Adam Sandler has
Adam's-
no power at all, but he could just take kicks
Adam-
to the head because he's got a
Adam
big skull like
Sandler's-
that.
Adam Sandler's the Kung Fu Panda of it. He just absorbs the punches.
They're interviewing him, and he's like, "Man, I just stay on my feet." You know what I'm saying? He would have like all the gold chains on, like he has in, fuck, what's that movie?
What, Uncut Gems?
Uncut Gems. I like doing little updates for the show. I like when we talk about something, I like to talk about shit when it's resolved. So Kyrie's playing basketball at the New York Barclays Center now. So it's just interesting to see what's going to happen next with this new surge that Preston created. This new strain. If we start getting hit with that, I mean, they might
The
roll
next
back
wave.
restrictions and Kyrie's going to be right back on the fucking bench.
True.
So I don't know if it's going to be like a set thing, but it's good for that team that they fucking have him back.
I mean, they were still doing sports at a certain point. And
Yeah.
I feel like if we're gonna go back on shit, it'll just be to go back to shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not like anything more. Because we've had waves, and my job's just been like, we were closed at one point, like drive-through only shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were just like, we'll just, you guys should just start wearing masks again.
I would have loved drive-through only.
It's nice. There are some stores that are literally only drive-through, no cafe, and they do really well. And apparently, I remember talking to somebody about it. Going to drive-through only did not impact our sales significantly at all, like as a store. So there's no reason they should have an issue with doing shit like that. But there's just, I think there's a mentality of like, once you're at a certain point, fuck it. And they'll kind of only take a step back, even if it's like 2 steps forward.
Mm-hmm. I also want to follow up with the Louisville basketball team.
Has anything changed?
So there have been a lot of moving parts. We're seeing a lot of roster turnover right now. We see one of my favorites, Samuel Williamson, joined the transfer portal, and he signed the poster in my room drunkenly in the middle of the night.
Dope. How'd that go down?
It was a party, but
You said sign this.
no, bro, like actually, so I think I can tell this story now that Sam's transferring, but him and like all of the like Louisville basketball team, like last St. Patrick's Day, pulled up to our crib for like
Oh my god.
this party. At one point, this one person was like, he like stage dived off like the island in our living room,
Oh my god.
and he was getting pushed into like the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan wasn't on; it was like fucking up the ceiling fan. But JJ Trainer, this 7-foot guy on the Louisville team, fucking just like holds up the ceiling fan as
To move it out of the way.
to keep it from falling down,
Oh my god.
to make sure that
What a real
it was
one.
staying on the fucking ceiling. That's what I'm saying.
What a fucking real one.
Absolute legend. But
Jesus.
on top of him jumping in the transfer portal, we've had a couple of people decommit from our program recently, and I think it sounds like it's because the coach hasn't like reached out to most of the recruits coming in, or maybe even any of the recruits coming in. But there has been news that he's been meeting with a bunch of like 5-star recruits, like DJ Wagner, whose grandfather was on the Louisville team when
That's
they won
cool.
the championship in like 1980 or some shit.
That's
like
still
that.
kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, you're a legacy at that point. I
Yeah.
mean, that should be enough to get some people to our school.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like things are happening. Hopefully things are happening for the better. It worries me that people are jumping ship, but they're probably just getting better opportunities somewhere else. Because what is Louisville basketball right now? It's a fucking dumpster fire,
Right.
you know.
It's cool though that people are like still excited about it. Those are like diehard fans.
Yeah.
Or just true believers in a way. Of just like, nah, we can do it.
I've been like that. This season has been the first time that I haven't been like that when we were on like the 14-some game losing streak.
There's
Like
a
the
certain
longest
point.
losing streak in our entire history. And it was just like, yeah, this is rock bottom. And I wasn't even watching the games at that point.
We've done it. We hit rock bottom. It's just like there's a point where you know what's gonna happen. Like if something's
see
so
where this is
consistent,
going.
yeah. It's just like, well, It happened. That's the game.
I gave Mac a lot of credit last year,
Yeah.
and I'm taking it back.
I take it all
I'm
back.
taking it back. Because last year, we almost made the tournament. We had a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Duke twice. We beat UK. I mean, by a lot of measures, we had a decent to good season last year. And just for the talent to get so much better,
Mm.
and for us to get just so much worse, like, it was like, damn, what happened? What fucking happened?
I mean, what do you think the other factors are? Do you think it could have just been like... I totally get being an athlete and, like, not seeing fans and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, kind of fucking with your mentality. So do you think people just weren't kind of having that experience?
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like...
And you saying that has effect on the players?
Yeah.
Because when...
Like, if people aren't there for just COVID reasons or whatever, then, like, that would fuck with my mentality. If I'm going in there expecting, like, a certain atmosphere of excitement or whatever.
Yeah, you see...
And then I'm playing, and I can just hear the ball bouncing and not people, like, cheering, you know?
You see, like...
That's fucked up.
You're in the Yum, and it's fucking big as fuck.
It's
and there are
huge.
so many empty seats. You see a lot more red than anything else. And you're just like, damn, fuck, damn.
We didn't pack the house. God damn it.
They don't want to watch me play basketball.
It's just like when Dad didn't show up to my game. Start getting flashbacks on the court.
He said he would be there. He said he would be there.
Curled up in the fetal position on the 3-point line.
No, they're at the free throw line, and they see an old lady that looks like their mother, and it's just not their mother, and he's just like, oh.
Oh.
And they just think passively, man. I should call my mom after this. And never do.
Louis says, call your mothers. All you out-of-state basketball players, call your mothers.
So that team that beat Kentucky made it to the Elite Eight and then lost St. Peter's. Rest in peace, Peacocks.
Peacocks.
But the last game they played, their mascot is the Peacocks, and they won a Sweet 16 game on National Peacock Day.
Bro,
like,
that's just science.
That's just God's plan at that point. National Peacock Day. That's the stars.
He said I gotta give it to him.
But that was the first 15 seed ever to make it to the Elite Eight.
Damn.
First 15th seed. 15th.
I wonder how they feel about that. Can you imagine being like,
yeah,
I don't know.
They're just lit as fuck.
They went off.
I saw a picture of their gymnasium, and it was like, it was smaller than Eastern's gymnasium, dude. It was like a quarter of Eastern's gymnasium because it was just bleachers against one wall.
I'm fucking sure. I bet it looked like a high school.
That's the beauty of March Madness. I keep saying that and I sound sappy, but it's anyone's fucking game. Like, all you have to do is get there and win. Because nobody's unbeatable. We thought UK was good. They fucking lost to St. Peter because they were just tougher, stronger. They played a better game.
I gotta look this place up.
No one believed that, but the people in our locker room and the people in, that's in our program.
I want to see an SNL bit of this.
Us. And
You're so
Wouldn't that be so good?
My dad said that he sounded like Prince.
He kinda does. Oh my god.
But yeah, you just see pictures from it, and they were just, having the time of their lives, Just fucking happy to have... I mean, can you imagine if you're a fucking St. Peter's fan, and you've never had a basketball team to root about, and then they just go to the Elite Eight out of nowhere? I mean, you'd be having the time of your life. I mean, what if... There might be less people that go to St. Peter's that went to our high school.
You're probably fucking... Look, shit. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for...
How many people lived there?
Live there?
What kind of music's you been listening to? I went to a country bar the other night.
How'd that go?
It was stupid.
What was the country bar?
It was Austin City in Lexington.
I'm sure it was a country bar. Because my immediate thought was, where the fuck would Louis go for a country bar? I can't think of one in Louisville. Eastern Kentucky.
My friend was talking with this fake southern accent. It was so ugly.
Bro, what?
He's like accentuating his southern accent.
So he went into the country bar saying, "Howdy, partner. Can I get me a couple of ice cold brewskis?"
Probably almost exactly that, Preston.
If somebody asked me to do a
who,
fake southern accent,
who it was?
Who?
You know who it was.
Wait, okay. I know you have a couple of friends that go there. Are they friends that go there?
Yeah.
It wasn't who I think it is.
It is.
I like that you're having me not say. Oh my god. I can't imagine. His would have sounded different then. He wouldn't have done exactly
He definitely would have said brewskis though. Bro, so
I get a couple of ice cold brewskis.
So I was literally just going out because they were going out. So I said, I'm literally going to come for one drink and then I'm fucking leaving. And that's exactly what I did. But I was asking dude if they had Bullet because I wanted, it's a type of bourbon. And he was like, what? And I was like, do you have Bullet? And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, you're really not giving me much to work with, dude. But he was just getting like frustrated because I was asking about types of bourbon.
Dude, he probably...
And it was like, it's just because it's not a real fucking country bar. No one's actually drinking whiskey there. They're drinking fucking little pussy
beer.
drinks.
Yeah.
What's Bullet?
Bullet?
What? You don't know what Bullet is?
I bet.
You don't
Louis,
know what you have?
Louis,
you're a bartender.
Louis, say it with a southern accent. Where's...
Do y'all got Bullet bourbon?
You got Bullet? He might understand Bullet.
Howdy, partner. No, when we were in the Uber, he was literally like talking like southern. He was literally like, I could hear it. I could fucking hear it.
Why do it in the Uber?
Because he was talking to the old man in the Uber and
what the fuck? I wonder. Okay, if they go there, I wonder if it is just a
cultural thing.
Like people just talk like that. So if you don't talk like that, people don't understand or treat you differently. Something like that. People fucking do that shit. I wouldn't put it past them. I totally get just like a fitting in mentality. And it could be unintentional at a certain point.
I feel like we already have southern accent a little bit.
I mean, yes, enough to where we could go certain places.
We don't have it like they fake have. We're not really.
We don't have
howdy partner. We're not really like that.
You have to think a southern accent's a very broad range. Like some of that would be more like west, and then there's like some where it sounds like you're not even fucking speaking English. And then
New Orleans.
No, that's like Creole. Creole's like a whole separate language. I mean, in the fucking Appalachian Mountains where they be drinking too much moonshine and like have not enough teeth to form words.
Have you heard the Baltimore accent?
No.
Oh my god.
I mean, I know how bad people talk in Boston where it's just like, just say the rest of the word. Stop mushing everything together.
I say, Baltimore accents, say this phrase out loud. Aaron, and iron, earn. Damn, what the fuck? We really talk like that?
Damn, what the fuck?
Let me see.
Bro,
I was looking for one where you can actually fucking hear it.
That's hilarious, though. I like that his face realized what he just said, and then he's like, do I really sound like that? You're never gonna find it, Louis.
No, I'm never gonna find it.
The internet is a vast sea. You're never gonna find it.
You're never gonna find that porn again, Louis. I know it's somewhere.
Oh my god,
I
dude.
just have to
What's
find
the-
it.
what's
I
the-
just want to find it.
What's the longest you've ever searched for any sort of video? Not specific to porn, but just like any fucking clip where you're just like, I
Cumulative? Cumulative? Is it cumulative? If it's cumulative, I mean like 10
Yes.
years, maybe?
So for 10 years on and off, you're trying to find the same video?
Yeah.
You saw 10 years ago.
I was 14 10 years ago.
No, the fuck you weren't. Cumulative? Cumulative. I would. I mean, I've definitely spent hours, plural, like,
Looking for the same porn video. I get it. I really do. No, Preston, I understand. But it just might not be something you want to put on the podcast, you know.
Honestly, fucking memes. I was, like, I love watching just, like, old Vine or old internet clips. And, because I think...
Ancient internet clips.
I think TikTok is never going to be as good as that shit. And so I will be like, there was this one America's Funniest Home Video clip that I saw once and gotta try to figure out how to search for it. The years thing, I have been trying to like find a movie or a song that I've seen before, where on and off I'll just be like, maybe this still makes sense to the computer. Because sometimes that's what it's all about, is like your wording. And I've put in shit that's too complicated, and Google has a little mini stroke and says, no results, or takes me to like literal.
I hate it when there's no results. It's
They're
like,
God damn it.
You're looking through the entire internet and there are no search results.
Are you sure about that? Or it'll give you suggestions for like how to search it. I'm like, fuck you, I know what I'm looking for.
When I was in Lexington, they had like damn near like an hour-long argument about the weather, specifically why when it feels like a certain temperature, that's different from the actual temperature.
What do you mean? It's just like wind and the fact if there's clouds or not.
And that's what we were trying to explain, but they were like, that's bullshit.
That's so logical though. It's literally like wind makes you feel cold. The sun makes you feel warm.
Isn't that basic?
That's so basic. How do you not
But
understand
no, they
that?
were arguing about it for like an hour, and it was so funny.
Sun make you feel warm. Wind make you feel cold.
Because it was Ben talking about it on the side of rational, so they just thought he was making shit up.
I guess I can understand that then. I've been in
Ben was
arguments like that
Ben
where I'm
was-
like, you're a fucking liar, dude.
Ben was like, it makes you feel colder, and they were like, if it feels colder, then it is colder. And it was like, what the fuck?
That's the same sort of mentality that goes, the earth must be flat because from my perspective it's flat. That's like, I feel cold, so it must be cold. Not, that breeze fucked me up. That was the worst part about Chicago, dude, was fucking...
It's windy. They
I
call
was-
it the Windy City.
I know, but I wasn't expecting it, like... We went down to the water and there was, like, not as much wind. You know when we go to, like, the river front here, there's some wind coming off the river, like, just the way air circulates over water. But I was expecting that to be the windiest part. No, it was, like, where we were just kind of out in the suburbs at a point. I was getting fucking wrecked.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Handles in the description as always. And if you could, share the podcast with someone and give us some feedback. Thank you.